But all right. So you ready to get into the what song you wanna
Yeah, man.
go with?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Music
All right.
is
So hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there
yeah, yeah, go,
before
go,
you
go,
get
go,
into
go.
it. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll come back and do that part.
Yeah, my name is Sumon Fesahaye. To make it easier for everybody, you could just call me Sam. That's cool. Um, so the song that the song ultimately, right? Because I'm such a music fan, it's just like I can't pick one to describe even this memory. This memory is a big memory. Uh, ultimately would be Jesus Walks, and it branches off into two others because they're a part of the same album that describes that year for me, '04. Even leading up to me going to East Africa in a part of that memory, which is spending my summer in East Africa there in Eritrea.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so again, being raised, right, not to bring religion, but it's part, being raised a
Mm-hmm.
Christian, rap music is like, to most parents that are,
Tough.
most religions would subscribe that it's the messaging or 99% of the time is just not aligned with divinity and the ideology of
Right.
most religions would agree, right?
Right. Right.
Um, so that was my excuse because like I was 6.5. It's not like okay, Kanye dropped right, and it's ironically or coincidentally that album College Dropout in '04 is on my mother's birthday. Oh, like February 10th. It's so funny. My
Side
brother
note,
was yeah yeah.
I'm gonna cut you off a little bit. Do you know? So on that College Dropout album, you know the song "All Falls Down,"
That's
like a.
that's part of the
So
three.
that last verse, fuck the police. That's how I treat them. We buy a
Freedom.
name at a jail, but we can't buy freedom. We'll buy a lot of clothes, but we don't really need them things we buy. Just go cover what we feel inside. That verse, to me, in my humble opinion, is the greatest fucking hip hop verse of all time.
Hey,
And this
that's
is why Kanye disappoints me so much. Because I hold him,
up to
I
that.
held that verse to such a high regard, dude. You don't understand. Like that and a verse. Do you know who Killer Mike is? Rapper
Yeah,
from
I'm
Georgia.
not too familiar with his work. Like I know the Run the Jewels and I know the cover and stuff. I haven't
Yeah, yeah. So
listened.
he's a part of Run the Jewels, right?
Hmm.
So Kanye West, third verse, All Falls Down. Killer Mike. Do you remember Chameleonaire? Try to catch me riding dirty.
You see
So
me
on
rolling.
Chameleonaires, right? So on his first album, he has a song called Southern Takeover, and Killer Mike's verse on that is a close two. So it's Kanye, Killer Mike for the greatest fucking verses, in my opinion,
In your opinion, yeah,
of
yeah,
all
yeah.
goddamn time. But I just got to get that out. You can go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah. That's crazy. So I say so. Ultimately, I'd go with Jesus Walks because I'm ready. So,
Mm-hmm.
so just to conclude this part of if I had
Mm-hmm.
to pick one, it's funny it's on the same album because it's just the memory and the time in '04 and yeah. So Jesus Walks because I'm raised a Christian and we're not supposed to be listening to rap music, but I can sell it like no 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 mom, this is a new right. It's the first album. This is a
It's about
new
Jesus.
Christian rapper. Yeah. Jesus walks. Like it's such a lie. It's
God,
such
show
a
me the way.
lie. But I mean, for that song, right? You can kind of
All
pitch
right.
it. Oh, that's the
Right.
best song to pitch a Christian rapper.
Definitely.
Jesus walks.
Definitely. Definitely.
Which is just he's he's kind of we know yeah he's 1 foot in 1 foot out
Right.
especially
Right.
with the 2023 perspective versus the '04 like
Mm-hmm.
come on
Right. Right. Right.
what did we know about him then versus now it's just like but I was only 6.5 so like my older brother that my middle brother he's so I'm 6.5 he's 13 about 6 years 7 years away from me and he had like a few songs burnt on the CD we're in '04 we don't got an iPod or whatever. It's just an MP3 player and burnt CDs of songs
Right.
that
Right.
fire songs that we love. So it's not like I had the whole College Dropout, but we had definitely those three. I'm pretty sure it was on the MP3, and so Jesus Walks was my like first like okay, and because hip hop is such a dope genre, and so Jesus Walks is the ultimate. If I had to say one for the memory, but All Falls Down and let's see. Jesus lost, all falls down, and oh, what? I'm losing it right now. What's the third
Through the
single?
Wire.
Oh, my favorite song. My favorite song of all
Yeah,
time, Through the Wire.
yeah.
Woo! I mean, that like, man. Even like on the track, him recording that is a story. You can hear, like, he
Mm,
has to have his jaws wired shut. He's not enunciating perfectly. Man, what a it's almost like if A&R, when you hear A&Rs, they're kind of like supposed to coach the artist. It's not supposed to be the most organic thing. Like there's a machine behind the artist,
right.
and it's like that's like the ultimate. It's like they couldn't have made that up. He had to go through a car crash to do this, that, or else
Right.
it's like
Can you imagine staging a car accident so you can make a fire song?
and jarring your wires shut, like going to like, come on, that's
Drinking through a straw so you can make a hit.
right,
That'd be
and
crazy.
before even Google Images, when you watch the music video, this is 04 again. We're talking about. You can see. I mean, it's clear in that Polaroid that he is like,
Right.
man.
Swollen.
And
Yeah.
so that's a story. That's tales. That's tunes and tales within itself, bro. Like, oh my god.